Hi, Josh.
Hi there. How you doing? Uh, wow.
Perfect.
I know, right? It's Catterday here on Twisted Tuesdays. Wow. Awesome there, Hershey. Welcome to anybody. Oh, there we go. I just got
Cheetah
my
with
own
a
notification.
mane. I'm a cheetah with a mane.
I'm digging it. Dig it, dig it, dig it. There's stuff. Let's see if anybody's in the chat comments.
Our beautiful hostess with the mostess is here.
Andy, welcome, beautiful soul.
And we are live. Action. We are live.
Better
We're
Memorex,
just
right? Remember that
we're just
commercial?
hanging.
Is it live or is it Memorex?
Oh, look at the pretty kitty. Wow. I love it. What up, CJ? What's up? Oh, my ears. This is what I'm trying to do with my unicorn ears. If y'all know, you know, because I would love to do unicorn, but I need my ears to stand up. Woo! It's my favorite time of year. Da-na, na-na, dun, 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 dun.
Well,
What y'all gonna do this year? What y'all doing?
well,
Oh, see, I was gonna have fun with that energy, but since you already opened the door, go ahead. I was gonna say type in me or ears.
that'll be this Friday. I'll be working at Red Rocks. There's gonna be some sleepless days here, but we'll 2 jobs. I go from 1 job to 2 jobs. Crazy.
I love it. What else you got going on in your world, Josh?
That's about it. I finally dealt with all that car stuff's fixed. All that's done. Grateful. And really, at this point, just shifting gears. You're not gonna see very much of me on the YouTube. We're gonna figure out good dunning here because that's gonna at least Thursday and Friday we'll still have good dunning. But otherwise, I don't know when we'll do it. But because we're about to make a big shift here and start working from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then in some cases working on top of that, like at 4 o'clock after that, and going to another shift. So 2 jobs. I had 2 jobs. Right there we go.
Sounds great. It does. It sounds great. Sounds
Well, we have
great.
when the universe climbs up, right, to meet you have a need, right, money to get out of town, right, and then the universe climbs up to reach you. We don't argue. We just say thank you for the you handed me an opportunity to make some money. Grateful. Thank you.
I appreciate that. I think everyone can appreciate that.
Yes, the universe matching your needs is always awesome.
Well, it is Tuesday, and on Tuesdays we look for those patterns. So I'm going to do my catter's best to find those patterns for you today. And I am your operator. I am going to be diving into that subconscious of yours and looking for signs, synchronicities, symbols, colors, patterns, whatever I see. Josh is our gorgeous, beautiful healing caboose, and he will be bringing it home for you guys. So if it does resonate, hold on to it, sit with it, write it down, let it simmer a little bit. If it does not resonate, leave it sit here, come back, pick it up next week, next Tuesday, 2 Tuesdays from next Tuesday. Come back, keep trying. They're timeless. There's no stamp date on them whatsoever. Dolores and CJ are already ready, so let me shuffle some decks and see what I can see. And Dolores, we will start with you. I just want anybody and everybody to know if you guys make any donations, they're going towards Halloween costumes because I need more costumes. I got to get through the rest of the week.
There you go. There ain't no nation like a donation, right?
That's right. All right. Now,
Welcome, guys. Tina, Angie, grateful guys. Thanks for showing up. Love you guys. To apologize, there was no good dawning today. I had the finality of the rear-ending collision there, the 0 mile rear-ending collision. But everything's to teach us a lesson, right? So we'll drive slower than 0 miles an hour from now on, right? Pay attention. Grateful.
Yesterday I was a witch. Today I'm a kitty cat. Well, I'm actually just a cheetah with a mane. I have a mane going on, so I'm a cheetah with a mane. And I don't know what the rest of them are because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Um, okay, let's see. Pattern. Okay. Hmm. Looks like maybe something with your hands. Let me see what am I going on here. Okay, so the untold story. Yeah. Hand stillness. Hands restlessness. Hands stillness. Hands. But we have the untold story. That goes with this one. Okay. All right. So something goes downhill quite quickly with you when it comes to your hands, whether it's eye hand coordination or maybe you don't catch the greatest. But you can dribble good, right? Sometimes things aren't always meant for us, right? Sometimes we get butterfingers and everything goes right through our fingers, right? The substance is that some things do have to kind of go through our hands, right? So something with your hands, restlessness and the untold story, right? Sometimes when it comes to our hands, like I'm a storyteller, so with my hands I like to tell the story. My hands are always busy, my arms are always going. I keep my hands going at all times. It wasn't a habit that I've done my whole life. It's something that I recently learned how to do, right? And I had to get comfortable with it. So, I had to make sure that I kept enough distance from people so that my hands weren't idle, my hands weren't still, my hands weren't fidgeting and distracting me. They had to become part of it. They had to bring in what was going on. So for me, when it comes to hands and restlessness, mine was when they were doing nothing, right? They felt itchy. I was ready to literally do things I shouldn't have done, right? So you got ladder in reverse and harp in reverse. So maybe your hands are doing things that they're not supposed to be doing because they're still restless, right? If they're still restless, it's because you're not giving them what they need. They're telling you this ain't it, but we don't always listen, right? So there is wisdom in the untold story of your hands. And again, I'm not sure what that is, but something with your hands is not comfortable. So if you do not get it, you're not gonna be here, right? Whatever will be is right. You're not there. You're more over here. So I don't know if this applies at all, but it definitely looks like there's something restless going on with your hands and making them find more busy work, regardless of what that looks like: cooking, brewing, coloring, painting, typing, pecking, gardening, writing, whatever that looks like. More busy work for you, not for them, not for them either, and definitely not for the cat down the road. so to speak. So absolutely make sure that it is busy work that is benefiting you, regardless of whoever is chirping in the background. Let them chirp. That's what I've got for you.
All right, Dolores. Hands downhill quickly, hands-eye coordination. The ladder in reverse. So what's going backwards in your universe? Wrestles with your hands. Let's see what we got here. We're gonna look at the Divine Master card here and see what we get. All right, Lady Venus. We're not talking about the razor, right? Light act. There we go. Light activation. A call to action. So, what are you being called to do? What are you not doing that you're being called to do? Kuan Yin. Ah, all right, there we go. That's the same card. All right, Spring Mother Magu. This is Kuan Yin here, the master of the divine feminine. Spring Mother Magu, Magu, goddess of spring, healing, and transformation, brings you blessings now. You are asked to remember the light can come from even the darkest beginnings. That spring ever comes after the winter. The challenge can be to trust that winter will end. Exploring the unknown parts of yourself will result in self-discovery and a healing rebirth for you. So it looks like there's something that needs to shift there. Something in reverse. So what are you rebirthing in your hand? What are you calling to action? So that's what I'm seeing there as a rebirth and a call to action. Shift in energetics. So kind of like where I'm at. So a shift in energetics, a rebirth, and a call to new action in your universe there. So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here. So hopefully that helps, Dolores. Thank you.
Thanks for letting us read for you, Dolores. Ooh. CJ. CJ. You're up, CJ. I love it. I love it. And again, I just want to reiterate, I love you guys for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and Josh. It means a lot to us. Chloe, I see you sneaking in the back door. You're not very quiet. I'm just kidding. Make all the noise you want. Whoa, okay. All right. There's 4 cards here and one does not fit. Which one is that? All right. All right. So, where's this? Uh-huh. Okay. Um mhm. Okay, so for me, right, as an intuitive reader, what I can tell you is that if I was looking at this pattern right here, what I would say is that I'm going to use the one card that don't fit to break another one. What am I saying, right? Okay, so I had this unhealthy image and leave it to beaver mentality of what I thought my innocence should have been. My childhood should have been this, and my childhood should have been that. I was naively thinking that because I thought I had the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst, that that's what innocence looked like, was this leave it to beaver, this innocent style, right? Mm-mm. No. Wasn't even a choice of my TV shows. I'm just going with what they're showing me here. So, what I'm telling you is that you can't have an image of innocence and base it off of what you grew up with. What we grew up with was what we signed up for, right? I know that sounds harsh, that sounds cold, that makes me sound very distant from mankind. And in a way, I kind of am, but I'm okay with that, right? I'm not the one out there worried about what the next person is thinking, what the next person is doing, whether my name tastes like steak in their mouth or anything like that, because I learned because I was a little too curious of what I thought innocence look like, right? What I found out is this right here. They gave me an axe and a mirror and innocence. And what did I do? I shattered the mirror. I had to shatter the image of what I thought it looked like, right? That wasn't shattering a piece of me. That wasn't shattering an image of me. That wasn't shattering anything of me. It was shattering an expectation that I put on myself that broke my own heart, inevitably. I broke my own heart thinking that I knew what innocence looked like. I broke my own heart every time I looked in the mirror and I didn't see what my knowledge of innocence was. I had to realize every time I got to be a kid, where was I? Was I really just being a kid? Yeah, there's parts in my life where I was just a kid. I just got to ride bikes. I just got to jump fences, climb trees, sneak out, do all the kid stuff, right? Everybody's version of innocence is uniquely their own. And when I found that, it was when I shattered what I thought innocence looked like. It was at this moment that I had the breakthrough of a lifetime. I found hope. I found something to anchor me, but it wasn't until I shattered what the expectations were that I had put on myself. So, if anything in this spread here points at pattern, I would say that sometimes we are looking at victory literally upside down. We've already won. Now we just need to celebrate that we made it through our version of what childhood was designed to be like for us. So you're here, you're right now here today. So give yourself a big F pat on the damn back because your victory happened many years ago, but it's today that you get to find out that you hadn't celebrated it yet. So break through, grab the biggest hammer, the biggest axe, the biggest whatever. If it's the boot on your foot, smash that mirror of what you think innocence should look like. And that's what I've got for you.
All right, CJ. Innocence. Let's see what we got here. Movement. Enjoy your freedom. So if you can flip that over there and see that you're already standing there, then you're already in movement. You're already in the freedom that you're looking for, right? So, but do you see that? That's the question. Are you standing? How are you standing there? Are you standing in that age of innocence? Can you see the movement? Let's grab a Archangel Raphael card. Akashic record. So there you go. That's need to review your past lives and shatter the innocence, right? So shatter what you're carrying with you as well. Reviewing those past lives, it'll help you to shatter that innocence real fast. And let's see here. Here we go. Mind info oracle cards. All right. Let's see what we got here. We're gonna shuffle this real quick. All right, detach. You're being asked to detach from something that's been holding you. You've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work for you and let go of your attachment to it. So detach. So it's asking you to kind of step back, detach, and see if you can stand back and see that yeah, the age of innocence is over, shattering that innocence. That you will be standing in that victory. So detach from whatever it is that you're feeling attached to. If you can stand back and detach, but that's what I've got there. Um, but yeah, so shattering the innocence. And once that innocence is shattered, it never comes back. That's for sure. That's what I've got. Hershey, you look frozen there for a minute.
No, I'm not frozen. So I am on my phone on StreamYard, but I don't want to touch anything because I have fat fingers and I will fumble us up out of here.
Oh,
So
I
I'm
love
running basically the show from my computer, and I'm looking at the questions. We have questions. Is Chloe still in chat? Chloe, you need to drop your website and your link to your channel. Both have been requested. Thank you. Is that's Chloe's crystals? Okay. Also, if any moderator in chat, please drop PayPal links for myself and for Josh if you have them. Otherwise, Josh, if you know yours, and I don't know if you're a moderator on here or not. I don't know if it
No,
would
I'm not a
let you.
moderator, and I don't know mine, and I'm not pulled up on YouTube, but it's on my channel there. It's on my description page.
Okay.
But no worries there. I'm not worried about either way if it's there or not.
I'm just reading chat. I want everybody to think that
Yeah,
okay,
donate to Hershey.
so there's that. Okay. All right. Okay. Angie, you are up, love bug. And if I catch another moderator to come in, I will ask them to get on links, depending on who it is that comes in. Sorry, guys. Hey, Mo! Mo! She's having a super busy day today, so I don't want to bother her and ask her to drop links. So, okay, we'll figure it out. If you've PayPal'd me before, you should have my access to my link through the app. And like I said, right now, any donations will go through, depending on what it is. It could go towards my Chloe bill, it could go towards Halloween costumes, it could go towards whatever you needed or wanted to go through.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you're gonna donate to Hershey, guys. You don't need to. I don't know my PayPal or anything. You don't need to worry about that. Donate to Hershey.
Well, I usually try to share because that's just how I am. It's not nice not to share. All right. Four and the bottom. Okay. How many over here? Two. Two. At the bottom. There we go. Okay. Okay. So you want me to see this as okay, so all right, so basically what we got here is we have a circumference, so to speak. Okay. Uh-huh. And then over here is the pattern that should be replaced with this. Okay. Dylan, that actually does make sense. So, okay. All right. All right, here we go. We're going to try this, okay? So, um This isn't just one pattern. There's actually two that he's really picking up on right off the top. One is a very positive pattern, and that's pretty damn good. But the other one is more like the best way I could describe it is you're now living in a house that only has three walls because you're hitting the same wall over and over and over and over and over again, not realizing you've got three other walls that you could hit, right? You're either ignoring them three other walls or you just think they're purdy or something. I'm not sure which. But you're going to need to stop hitting the wall that you're hitting because you're literally experiencing an illegitimate feeling. It's not real. It's not happening, right? You're in a drive in watching someone else's reality TV show. It's not yours. It's paired with scarab beetle, right? Death to this, right? You need to put a death to whatever it is that you think should be happening, right? So if it is a bunch of TV and it's a bunch of someone else's interpretation of it, yeah, it's not meant for you, sister. You need to literally let it go. So that is a pattern that he's jumping out at me, is that you're hitting the same wall about something you should literally learn from another aspect, another perspective, just another example of how to try it, but it's not meant for you. There is something, however, that is paired with Ankh mushroom and good old down home funk. And over here, he likes what he's seeing. What he's seeing over here is something for you that is leading you, and he doesn't want you to walk anymore. He wants you to literally run towards it because it's literally leading you to something that you can't even begin to understand right now. You just know it feels really, really good. So there is a pattern that is within you that feels wonderful. It's spiritual, it feels everlasting, it feels like it's down home, like you're comfortable here, like you're not an outsider. And it's euphoric, right? So you get the shroom here, it's euphoric. It's also something, again, like I said, he's saying don't walk anymore, literally hurry, run, because that's exactly what you need to be in. You need to stop hitting this wall, whatever this wall is, of this illegitimate feeling that you're having. It's because it's not yours, nor is it even real. So you're basically hitting the wall over and over and over and over and over again, expecting a different outcome. And that's what I've got for you, hon.
All right, Angie, house with three walls. The same pattern. So, what are you trying to break? What's the pattern that you're in that you're trying to break? Um, Starseed origin. Know that you are not alone. I don't know where that's going to fit in there, but maybe you feel alone in this pattern. I don't know. All right, let's see what we got here. Desire. Let yourself feel. So, what are you not feeling? Um, that's what you think should happen. So, maybe your desires. Maybe you're not meeting your desires, or you have a desire that's not being death to what you think should happen. Maybe you're not meeting your desires. Um, all right, since we have the on card, we're going to pull a card from Isis here, which would fit. And let's see what we have from Isis. All right. From Isis, we have the Divine Sisterhood, community of spiritual sisters, brother and brothers of the light. So I'll show you the card. And let's see what we have from the card itself, the meaning. Divine Sisterhood. Here we go. The Divine Sisterhood, community of spiritual sisters, brothers of the light, a community that is based in equity and respect for healthy boundaries and personal freedom with a mutual desire for spiritual growth and honoring of innate wisdom. Great miracles occur. You are part of this community of light. At one time, it existed only in the spiritual world, yet now it is being born on the earth. It is part of your destiny to help create and nurture a conscious community that empowers all of its members, and it is based in truth. All right, so let the miracles occur. Stand in the wisdom, and that you're birthing something here. If you have a desire here, you're seeing the ankh in the mushroom, so you're finding some peace and some wisdom within that. So yeah, don't shrink, but don't shrink what you're doing here. But run, stop hitting the wall is what Hershey wrote down there. So what are you? Or said, so I wrote that down. So what is at the wall? What is blocking you? But there is something trying to come through, and so if you let that come through, maybe it'll take a brick out of the wall. Don't try to take down the whole wall. What I've learned is if you knock a brick out of the wall, then the light comes in, then you can see what you've been standing behind. So maybe that'll help. But yeah, this I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. Favor there. Good luck, Angie. But yeah, um, wait. Always what we think should be happening. That's not always the case, but what is happening is what's supposed to, though. So favor that helps.
Okay. All right. Tina. Tina, 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 Tina. Wow. The littlest cards are jumping everywhere. Here, here, here. Well, I hit the floor. You know what that means. You know what that means. All right, let's grab it. All right. Oh, I like it. I like it. All right. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Now it makes sense. Okay. Okay. Because for a minute there, you was about to take me to left field. Oh. Okay. Slow down. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So this is the pattern, and that's just something to chit chat about. Okay. All right. I got you. Okay. So. Sometimes I included I struggle when it comes to anticipation, right? Seems like it doesn't go together, right? I'm very impatient. I believe it or not, I am. I'm quite impatient, almost to the point where I'm pathetic with it. If I'm being honest about myself, when it comes to things, when I want it now, and I don't want to wait for it, right? So some things were giant learning lessons in more than one way than ever that still stand out in my life. I did not want to be a mother. I'm not kidding you. I didn't want to. I didn't want the responsibility of being responsible for a whole human. Well, I didn't want that. I didn't want that. So I took what I thought were the best precautions ever, and I made sure that it didn't happen until even in the precautions that kept me safe for years and years and years, well, obviously it happened, right? So there was a lesson I needed to learn there. And it was that I couldn't want anymore unless I was wanting it for something I had to provide for, right? Not something that's going to be someone else's responsibility, so to speak. My responsibility. So I learned through not one, but two pregnancies that I have to provide for everyone, right? Providing for my children was providing for me, but I didn't see it at that time. I just thought that them little things were going to take from me. And like I said, at first I didn't want children. So this is just me being honest. Once I learned to understand what it was like to want to protect that little thing that was growing inside of me, I didn't know what happened. One day, something was different. One day, I heard a heartbeat. I felt that little tug. And all of a sudden, I wanted that little thing. I wanted him more than I wanted life itself, more than I wanted me. I wanted him to have top notch everything, no matter what it was, and no matter what I had to do to provide it. I needed to know he ate. I needed to know that he slept in the same bed every day. I needed to know that he was not going to grow up in the system. He was not going to know what it was like to be in the foster care system. He was not going to know what it was like to be touched by another human unwantedly. There was a whole lot of things that I'm all of a sudden yearning and craving, right? But I didn't know how to be patient. So, learning patience for me came during the fetus part of my pregnancy. So, when it comes to patience, what I can tell you is that sometimes you literally have to take your boots off and put your feet up and try to relax. Because no matter how bad you want it, the more you want it, the harder you want it. And the harder you push for it, the universe will make it hit 3,000 detours before it actually comes to you, because you both are not vibrating together. You both are not in synchrony. And when I say this, I was pregnant 44 weeks. To every woman that's ever, you already know, holy shit, that's 10 long ass months. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. I kept going. My due date was the 4th of December. Christopher was December 28th. Diamonds come with pressure, not anticipation. So make sure that you remember that patience must be built slowly. So slowly understand that whatever you're being told to watch for, you're being told to watch it for a reason. It's not because it's going to do backflips. It's not going to be a money maker. It's not a cash cow. It's not a money pit. It's none of that. You don't know what it is yet because it's not born yet. So, whatever it is that you're craving right now, more than life itself, it's not done. It's not cooked in the bun long enough. So, go on and take your boots off and do your best to relax. So, this pattern tells me that you maybe get a little excited and a little anxious, and some of us don't have to wait for paycheck to paycheck. Some of us just have to wait until the timing is right. So, with that being said, the wise owl wants you to know, and this all comes from the owl and Dylan. All of this is to let you know that diamonds take pressure and time. So, let the want stew and cook. Want it. Just want it. Nothing more. Will it to find you, not the other way around. Will it demand the universe to make it find you, not the other way around. This pushes back on the universe, applying pressure that you want it, want it, want it, and it also relieves your head, and your head's going, ah, well, in one of my universes, I've already got it. So now I could just wait to play with it. So listen to your gut. Want it. Want it as bad as you want it, but don't want it to where you rush it and you don't get that diamond that you were hoping for. So patience, patience, patience. Just watch. Just watch. That's what I've got for you.
All right, Tina. Cool. Yeah, so kind of a lesson of mine too. If it's not in your frame, then it's not in your frame because you haven't vibrated it up yet. So until you stand in that vibration, it won't show up. Until the vibration shows up in your frame, what you're looking for won't show up. And so I stopped chasing anything at this point. I'm not looking for anything. I'm just going to fix myself. and see what shows up in my vibration. Anything else, I'm just spinning my wheels. I've learned that. So really, I don't have any desires or wants anymore. Whatever's going to show up in my universe is supposed to based on my vibration, and I just kind of let go. Let's see what the cards say, though. I know where I want to go, and I know where I'm trying to go. But even if that doesn't show up in my vibration, then it wasn't meant to be. I'm not going to fight any of it. Just beside my leash, so to speak. You just deal with what is. Otherwise, I'm just looking at a universe that I can only look at what's real. What is? So from fear to fuel, there you go. Perfect. That's a perfect card. Stand still and own your power. So if you're looking for something to come in, yeah, you have to own the power inside yourself for it to show up out there. And I had that kind of half backwards for a while here. And so so it's standing in your power. So fix yours. You're looking for something to come into your unit and you're excited about it or what have you. It's about finding that vibration in yourself that brings it forward. There is a version of you that would have that already in your universe, but it's a matter of matching the vibration of that version. And so until you reach that vibration, it's not there. So for myself, I let it go. Whatever's not in my frame is not meant to be there until it is. And even if it never shows up, whatever shows up is what was meant to be. So in a lot of ways, I stopped having any desires. Just you do your thing, and for me, that seems to work to an extent. Kind of works for me, but just other than the move, that's my desire, right? Banishing, take out the trash. So yeah, what energy do you need to? And that's where it kind of works. What energy do you need to take out in order to bring in what you're looking for? So keep that in mind as well. What energies could be blocking you? What kind of energies could be in your frame that you want to pitch and banish or put into in this case the trash bin as he's doing so there. But so that could be part of it as well. What is there negative thoughts? Is there something missing? But yeah, so keep that in mind. If it's not there, then it's just not supposed to be there yet. But we'll see what Kuan Yin says, and we'll call it here. All right, there we go. Reveal the peacock beauty. Show that. There we go. All right, so the peacock is stunning and graceful and proud display. You too are a great beauty when within you resides a glorious being of light with an ability to create. Your intentions and decisions, particularly your words, are becoming more powerful. Enjoy wise use of your creative power to express the beauty within you. Asking for divine blessings upon your words, projects, and plans. So there you go. Turning it over to the divinity, to source, and letting it go, and just realizing that speak favor over what I want, and then just step back and stand in presence and see what happens there. But hopefully that helps. Much love, Tina. Love you, grateful, and thank you for so much all your support.
Absolutely. And I just want to reiterate, some people don't, like I said, I might have said it too fast, but some people don't have to live paycheck to paycheck and they can just grab everything they want, no matter what it is, no matter where it's at. Sometimes we have to rein that in too. Some of us are in perfect balance and perfect harmony. So, for those that are, this is probably not your channel, but for those of us that sometimes get FOMO, that message was for you because it doesn't matter what your paychecks and your pockets and your check stubs look like. Want is want. And in my opinion, never give up the desire. The desire is what leads to the will. The will finds you. So, absolutely. There is control and self discipline in all of this. And that's what it's all about. It's about the control and discipline. All right. Who was after Tina? Is there anyone after Tina? Oh, yep. Chloe. Chloe. Hi, Laura. Hi, everybody coming in. You're muted, John.
No, I'm not muted.
Oh, okay. All right. Chloe. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's literally that. That's what it looks like. Mm. I mean, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. Look, it is what it is. Okay. Um, further orders, orders, dictating their way, only way. So sometimes in life, we repeat patterns by um, dating the same guy every single time, um, finding friends that remind us of our mean aunts and moms, or the overbearing father. Sometimes we tend to not see the pattern in them. We see the comfort. We see the camaraderie and the synchronicities of feeling that home vibe, right? Something in that is not meant for you. Something is not meant for you, right? So, and I literally mean this in the utmost thing. You need to get curious about something. Something is screaming your name, and it has a big old P on it, and its portal. It has this, it has dragons, it has sun. You see all this? Something is screaming at you, and you are completely ignoring it for someone who's constantly giving you orders or being authoritative. Maybe male, may not be male, definitely keeping the house in an uproar at all times, incredibly emotional, constantly in they fifis, and maybe always constantly feeling like you got to pull teeth with this individual just to find out what kind of day they had. There's no simple conversations with people like this. And we're used to this. We shake our heads because we know we're going to have to defend ourselves just to say, how was your day? Something in there is no longer healthy for you. And I'm not sure why that pattern is the one that they're pointing out at me. The one that I want to talk about is the one that you're clearly ignoring because every one of these are upright. See them? See them. See them? You see this? Every one of these are upright. The only one over here in the upright is orders, dictatorship, and someone other than you, right? So, does it mean boy, man, father, mother? It means all of that. It just doesn't mean you. It means every person in your life is exactly like someone else in your life. We look for that. And it's time for you to stop looking for that, regardless of who they are and the role that they play and the title that they have that we gave them. Did they earn it? Not necessarily. We gave it to them though, but they might not have earned it. I need you to pull back because there is a huge opportunity over here that you keep missing. You keep missing this chance, missing this chance, missing this chance for this. No longer are you allowed to choose what you're comfortable in and what you know. It is time for you to literally go through the portal stay in the uncomfortable, stay in the unknown, and get very comfortable in the unknown. It looks like it's really screaming your attention. Stop ignoring it. That's what I got for you. Are you muted?
I was muted. My bad. Ladybug Magic. Follow the signs and synchronicity. So, what are you missing? Is there a sign and synchronicity you're missing? Um, I know you're not seeing the pattern in the chat there, Chloe, as far as the same people coming into your universe, but there is, at least according to Hershey, there is somebody in your universe that is that old pattern there. Whomever that might be, I don't know. But let's see what we got here. Moon Magic. Purpose. Find your higher purpose. Well, we know that Chloe's crystals, but so finding your higher purpose, I don't know. It's saying here that pattern, same people, different faces, but you're not seeing that. But maybe there's somebody in your universe or somebody that might be coming in, maybe not there right at the moment, who holds that same pattern, those patterns, but you haven't met him yet. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Lighten up. It says you're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. I know it's not always easy to be here on Earth, but you can always find time to laugh and be silly. Well, we know you can laugh and be silly. For sure there, Chloe. But yeah, so I'm not seeing, maybe my intuition's off today, but yeah, let me take one more card here. Divine Masters. From the Divine Masters deck, we have Gaia, a resilient spirit, Earth connection, stay rooted in trust and faith. So, yeah, I don't know who the person is, but they're asking you to stay rooted in trust and your faith. And so definitely keep an eye out. If there's nobody in your current, there may be somebody coming in who holds that pattern, holds those old patterns there, and may bring up old traumas and whatnot, and you might blow right past that. Old trauma feelings can be comfortable, especially if you sat in there for many, 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 many years. Where it gets hard to break, right? So hopefully that helps, Chloe. Yeah, I don't know. 222. There we go. A new one, yes. So maybe somebody new's coming in. I have no idea, but it's 123. So see what's coming forward in your universe. Maybe that. Hopefully, you'll see them come in. See it come in when they do, and check for that pattern. But, there we go. Thanks, Chloe. Hershey, are you frozen? Oh, you look frozen.
No.
Ah.
Trying to stay caught up on comments because I miss them all the time and I don't want to miss comments. I'm trying not to anyway. Okay. Laura and then magic. Laura and then magic. Laura. Chloe says they are the unknown, the difference. I just didn't know if I should go with it or not. If you're curious, go. If you're curious, go. Don't hold yourself back. Don't do it to yourself. Hello, spiritual alchemy energy. The jumper, yeah, it's just a dress, a dress with a bow tie and ears, and a tail. Can you guys see my tail?
Nice.
I have a tail. I have a
Yeah, we
tail.
can see it.
I
There it
can't
is.
pull it off, y'all. There's my tail. It's just
Right.
resting right here. I have a tail. All right, give me a second here. Let me see what this is. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So, what am I missing here then? Oh, okay. I feel like this is gonna sound a little tacky wonka here, but here we go. Okay. Um, you seem to know what the missing pieces are in everyone. You seem to be able to help people maybe connect things that don't normally connect easily for some people, but yet for you, it came right to you. You understood it. But when it comes to your own life, according to these cards, it looks like something doesn't quite fit. There's resilience when it comes to you, right? So in this situation, this is absolutely gorgeous. We got pentagram, book, ribbon, rebirth, cauldron, hero. Nothing here but all us folk that think alike, right? Sounds great. But then I'm like, but where, oh, where is Melora at? And I get fish and resilience. So, fish and resilience, I'm going to need you to get into this tub of dirt. And don't get up until there's flowers literally growing on top of the dirt. Don't do it. I don't know what it is. It could be something like just not wanting to get up on the left side of the bed because you've always gotten up on the right side of the bed and you're not about to change now. Old dogs do learn new tricks, and for whatever reason, they need you to get up on the other side of the bed. Get up on the other side of the bed. If you stand tall at 5'6" and you love your horizon line and you flat refuse to see it with your 4'11" self saw as a teenager, they might be telling you to sit down. Don't just stand on Mother Earth, sit with Mother Earth. Something inside of you, something is being resilient to and resistant to something that will benefit you. Wow, whether it comes in the form of pentagram or book, cauldron, hero, or just knowing that, someone else already did it, probably, or somebody else wants to do it and they just don't know who's going to do it with them. They don't realize it's going to be you. Or maybe they know it's going to be you and you don't realize it's going to be you because you're over here, being a fish, resilient to wanting it, resilient to trying it. No, 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 no. But I insist. I insist. I insist. I insist. I insist that you give it a shot. No matter what it is, no matter how far out there it sounds like, do it. Okay, now I am not telling you to go to a nudist beach. I am not telling you to dress up as an animal for any kind of outdoor fun. I'm telling you to do it because you want to do it. I'm telling you be curious to a nudity beach because I lived in Pensacola and I didn't know that there was one. And I don't mean I want to go get naked, but I'm so glad I live in a place that is an option. I might walk outside with this. Maybe I'll only smoke a cigarette. Maybe I'll walk down the street and take Cole for a walk. It is the festive season, but it's my choice. It's because I choose to look like a cat and walk a dog. Maybe I do actually like that concept. Okay, anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Something in you is going to radiate and be phenomenal. You just have to give it a shot. You can pick it up for anyone. Now it is your time to try it on for yourself. That's what I got for you.
All right, Laura, and I do want to. I have to. Unfortunately, I have to put a cap. I've got to at 2 o'clock, somewhere around there. Like whoever's on the list, we're going to cap off because I do have to drive into Denver and deal with my current job since I have a new job. And I just kind of realized I have to drive all the way into Denver during rush hour traffic. So, guys, so whoever's on the list, but I really don't have a lot of time to take like extra. I like, so whoever's got. I know we've got Magic, and then there's a couple
Yeah.
more actually out there. But yeah, I'm sitting here going, crap. I got to drive to Denver. So yeah. So let's see what we got, Laura. All right. Do what's said. Let's see here. Purpose. There we go. Perfect. Finding your higher purpose here. So that's a perfect card, 42, which is a 4, 5, 6. So yeah. Whatever's coming in is going to be part of your purpose, right? And so whatever you're being guided to do, definitely do because it's part of your purpose. Let's see here. Find info. Actually, it's the hero journeys card. Um, ooh. Never a crowd on the leading edge. So yeah, and Laura's definitely on the leading edge. So honor those who are honoring you, and so honor those who are honoring you, Laura, and honor yourself as well. But and that's a card 29, which is a 9, 10, 11. So there you go. So you're being seen. And the Mind Info Oracle cards. Let's see here. Choice. You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. So what is in your frame that as you as in the notes I put here, it says find resilience. Something's coming and do it, whatever it is. So when the choice comes in, you'll know what the right choice is. But basically, the choice that you're being told to do is to actually go ahead forward with it and do it, whatever that actually is in your frame. But hopefully that helps, Laura. And let's see. I'm gonna pull one more card real quick, and this is the Divine Masters. There we go. El Moria, a spiritual force or protective light is surrounding you. So whatever you want to do, you're safe. So for sure. So whatever you're looking to do, whatever's coming in, do it because you'll be safe. Even if it's going to a new beach or what have you, a national seashore or anything else for that matter. But you got this.
Okay. So, we have magic and there was one other person, peace, right?
Yes.
So, do you have time for magic or peace
Yes,
or no?
absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I just didn't want to keep throwing three more into the chat there, and then we're rolling into after two because I got to head up to Denver
Okay. All right.
and let them know about my new schedule.
Okay. All right. Uh-huh. Okay. So, it looks like when it comes to like solitary things from my look of the cards over here, it does look like maybe you hesitate a little bit when it comes to having to do solitude or solo things, right? So the examples they're giving me is solitude, obviously, and comet, right? These two things are solo, right? This is the hero or the hermit going into hermit mode, right? The comet doesn't need an entourage to go through the space, not through the space, but to go through space, right? The comet can do everything it needs to do on its line of projection solo. It does not need standing ovations, a crowd to go with it. Sweeping the floor, talking to your familiars, your guides, your team, right? These are solo things that it looks like you are struggling in because they are actually both in reverse. So both of these are in reverse, and Cauldron is on top of them paired together. So definitely, as in all of the witchy world, so to speak, the woo woo of all of it, there's somewhere in there that you are clearly missing that this is solo as well, right? So there's no Fantastic Four, there's no A team, there's none of that is coming, right? Some things are earned and gained solo. This is the end game for you. It is understanding that grace is something that is given from above, not earned here in this lovely little place that we live. Humans can hand a little piece of it out here and there because they earned enough to give some away. But we can't just say, I want to earn grace today by helping so and so do this. No, you might get a thank you and you might get a whole lot of gratitude or humility, but grace comes from above. A man can't give you this. So, somewhere where you think it is a solo journey, the universe is pointing fingers saying every bit of it is, you think it's not a solo journey. You think it's like this community kind of thing that can do it, but it's not. It's one your journey is a solo journey, just you must walk it alone, even though you may walk in life with many. Your spiritual journey must be walked by you and you alone, and that's what I've got for you.
Beautiful. All right, let's see what we've got here. Magic. All right. Speaking of walking, sacred sites, take a trip. So it's asking you to step out of your current energies, well, the energies that you're sitting in, but to see the bigger picture. There we go. Movement. Enjoy your freedom. Now, keep in mind, as Hershey said, this is a one-player game. So when you die, it's just you. And, so yeah, you came in alone and you end up alone, so to speak. But and then in life, you may be alone a majority of it as well. Being that the case. But the only one who can help yourself, and then I think the bigger lesson, and this is kind of my lesson in a lot of ways too, is that you learn to help yourself through yourself. There is no A team that's going to come. Your A team is your guides, and they'll come through if you do the work. If you step forward in your universe, they'll help by backing you up. I mean, you have to do the job interview, but they're the ones who help you put the right jobs in front of you and everything else. So. Uh, all right, so let's see here. You are invited. So it's asking you to suit up and show up. So you have to show up for yourself. So really, when we're dealing with hermit energy, I mean, where to go? I keep the hermit card kind of in front of me as well, because that's the energy that I've been sitting in. Is the hermit energy. I've been the hermit. I'm living that energy right now. And so for myself, it's and I can speak from my experience. It's about grounding into myself and realizing that there's nobody else coming. Nobody's knocking on my door to create a universe for me. I have to do it for myself. And so finding that the peace inside myself allows me to step forward there. Hopefully that helps magic from your end there. But talking to your guides, realize you're not alone, but but yet in the same grand sets of things, you actually kind of are. So realizing that and finding that peace within yourself to realize that you got to want to do it for yourself, or there's nobody else that's going to come and do it for you. Hopefully that helps. Much love. Love you, Magic. Thank you.
Alrighty. So peace is last. Peace, you are our last read, and we have got to let Josh go. So,
Well, yep, I got to drive to. Well, I got to make a phone call and do that or drive to Denver. So either way, favor. Let's see what we got.
Rossi, thank you. Thank you for dropping links. Peace, yes. On Saturdays, occasionally, I will do a spirit box when I get enough requests. When the gems get ready for it, they'll start telling me spirit box, and I'll come in on a Saturday and do spirit box Saturdays occasionally. So, yes. Yes, I use my S box all the time, even when I'm not live. All the time. All the time. Okay. So from what I see right here, if I'm calling in this emotion right here, the Morgan, it's a dog eat dog world. So when I think about that metaphor, what does that mean? That means that you either eat or starve, right? Closed mouth don't get fed, right? I'd rather feed a hungry person than someone that says, nah, I'm full. No matter how much you give them, you can't fill them up, right? So, what I want you to know is the pattern that I see right here being paired with the energy of dog eats dog world and breakthrough. What I see is that all of you is a wonderful individual, but there's still a very small little part of the girl in you, the little wounded child that's within you, girl, boy, whatever's inside of you, that doesn't feel safe yet. Is it an environment that you go in as an adult? Maybe. Is it a place you have to go to because maybe your parents still live there? Maybe. Depends on what it was that that little innocent child went through as a child, but there's something this child is not feeling safe. There's something that's not seen the light of day yet. Now, are you denying it? It does look like you're denying it, right? Because we get arrow and betrayal. So you're doing it to yourself. You may even know what it is, and you just haven't dug through and got all the little pieces of everything. Every single strand must be reconstructed into a brand new version of you. You cannot leave one strand of that wounded, innocent child unseen. It will grow and fester and become something all by itself. So make sure that you work through every single little bit until you have a full blown breakthrough, and then know that every bit of the inner part of you is healed. And that's what I've got for you.
All right, peace. Morgan card. Dog eat dog world. Pattern breaking. A small part of you is. Yeah, that's. I can definitely relate to this read in a lot of ways myself. So from, because yeah, I've got a wounded, small piece of wounded inner child that I'm working with. So from your end, yeah, let's see what we get here. But recognize the wounded inner child. Talk to it for sure. If there's a wounding within the inner child there, it's trying to let itself come out. For myself, I was having panic attacks just before I learned what I learned. Um, let's see what card we got here. Weird is the new cool. Boldly express your uniqueness. And you may feel unique because based on what you feel inside yourself, and that's okay. We're all unique. We're all in this as a solo show here, but we're all here to learn, right? And so whatever it is that's sitting that it was wounded, the wounded inner child that needs the addressing, um, realize that that's your purpose, right? It's there is no really other purpose than to heal, and it's healing thyself and healing that wounded inner child. That's uh, pretty much my whole purpose in life, right? So from creation, make your vision real. So it's asking you to make your vision real, but the question is, what are you visualizing? And is what's going on inside of you, that inner child, is that blocking you from making your vision? For myself, I had no vision until I realized, and now I'm starting to develop one, but I had no vision for myself because I was just sitting in the broken inner child, the broken side inside of myself, the wounded inner child. So that's the other thing, is identifying. Don't identify yourself as the wounded inner child, because then it just becomes your whole universe. But listen, you're being asked to listen to your inner voice, listen to your inner child. It's been guiding you to do something or say something. So your inner child has something that it wants to tell you. And if there's something there, listen, be prepared to hear it, because it's going to come out. Um, don't ignore it, though. Ignoring the inner child will lead to a life of hell, because your inner child's going to be fighting against you. I've learned that lesson, that I was fighting against myself and my own inner child. Now the two of us are working more in tandem together as one better energy. But I recognize it now, and I give it its credence. But hopefully you can do the same. Morgan, peace. That's all I really have. Favor and much love.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Let's
All
see.
right, guys. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for being present for another Twice Told Twisted Tuesday. We will see you next Wednesday. Or, I'm sorry, well, then too. But listen, brain is going by words, English, hard. Okay. Next week's show, Twice
We'll,
Told Twisted Tuesday,
we'll be in the evening.
may move in time. We don't know yet. We will figure it out. We will do all the hard work so you guys don't have to. And we will keep you posted on everything updated when it comes to this channel and what we put on this channel and the co-host that we share it with, Mr. Josh. So
Love you guys.
we will keep you guys posted. Much love. Thank you. If you made donations, we appreciate you. Gotta go. See you later. Catch you next time, guys.
Love you guys.
Bye from the kitty cat.